I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far as say those laws are racist?
For sure.
Would you have an issue if there was a rule saying you got to show your ID before you vote?
No.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Does that also make it difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain fees.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
What does that say to you for the people who have this perception of black people?
They're pretty much ignorant of.
I also think there's a repression of black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, you're not allowed to vote and everything. And
I heard a lot also that black people can't figure out how to get to the DMV.
Really?
What does that say to you?
I know it's that. It's on 25th Street.
Do you know where the DMV is around you?
It's on 125th Street and 3rd Avenue, I believe.
You know how to get there?
Yeah.
And I also heard a lot that black people, especially poor black people, have no access to the internet, can't figure out how to use the internet.
That's just stupidity.
What people are they talking to? Who are these people talking to?
And finally, we're talking voter ID laws. What's changing? And why do I need an ID to buy Dayquil but not to vote in California?
CVS, if you're listening, if you get a rush, you might want to amp it up. But I had to show ID 2 times now for Dayquil and NyQuil, folks.
You were flagged for Breaking Bad. We got a meth lab. All right, so we need to have IDs, Rodney, for Dayquil, NyQuil, Sudafed, or you're on a watch list, right?
What's the Sudafed for, though? Tell us, Lisa V.
It's for the meth lab in the back. I have a van outside.
Some people don't know that, though. Yeah. That's true. Okay.
You need an ID for alcohol.
Don't drink anymore.
For cigarettes.
Well, don't smoke anymore.
You need it for weed.
Man, you tripping.
All right.
You're
like, I have my own plants. You need it to pick up prescriptions, to get on a plane, open a bank account, to buy a house, to cash a check, rent a car, get a job. Let's see, what else do you need an ID for?
What about a handy at the Asian massage?
I don't think so.
No ID there.
Huh? But you need it to win at the casino.
Oh, that's true.
You need it to get into everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere you go, people are constantly asking for my ID. Except in California, where you don't have to show it at all to vote because
or drive.
It's racist, right?
Well, yeah.
We know that voter ID is racist because
100%.
This basically breaks down what the difference is between white liberals and actual African Americans in America. I think he goes to Harlem.
I'm Ami Horowitz, and I'm here in Berkeley, California to find out if voter ID laws suppress the black vote.
Yeah.
Do you have an opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad. I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far as say those laws are racist?
For sure.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely.
Tell us how.
Because they're less likely to have state IDs.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that have been...
Dude, these smug MFers, dude. They are so smug.
Their reasoning of why they're saying it's racist is racist.
It's super racist.
But that's okay, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Described or required.
These type of people don't live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
Oh, they don't.
Wait, where do they live?
I can't walk to my DMV.
Do they live in the Adirondacks?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
It's like some road that you can only get to by a 4-wheeler, and then from there you have to take a canoe to an island.
You gotta take the ferry.
Those people may have an issue, but if they have Starlink and basically a laptop, Starlink and a solar panel, they can order it and have it drop shipped right to them. So,
but you can't vote that way.
Yeah, but black people don't know how to use the internet and all that.
You do over the internet. Does that also make it difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain fees.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data.
For most of the communities, they don't really know what is out there just because they're not aware or they're not informed. I also think there's a repression of black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, you're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at
no, she didn't.
No.
She just went straight hardcore hard R racist without knowing it. I don't think she's so racist she doesn't even realize she's being racist.
I bet you she only dates black dudes too.
Oh my God.
That's probably why she gets away
She
with it.
straight up said, well, the reason they can't get
all
voter
criminals.
IDs is because they're all felons. Jesus Christ. But apparently to these people, black people have no access to the internet or any kind of social media or anything that would even lead them to know where the DMV is.
Get IDs you do over the internet. Does that also make it difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet
guy's an
service
idiot.
provider for a certain
Look
fee.
how
Do you
smug
think that's
he is.
harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data.
For most of the communities, they don't really know what is out there just because they're not aware. You're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at swing states like Florida, that's a huge population of the like African Americans.
Now I'm here.
So Florida's full of black felons. Is what she just said.
She's probably never left her
I
town.
love it.
Here in East Harlem to ask black people their thoughts on what you just heard. Do you have ID normally? You carry ID around?
Yes, I have state ID.
Of course.
Do you carry ID?
Yes, I do.
Do you know any black person who doesn't carry ID?
No.
No.
Everyone that I know has an ID. Why would they think we don't have ID?
That's a lie. Why would they say that?
Do you have ID?
Yes.
Because I have my ID and my friends have their ID, so like we know what we need to carry around.
Everybody that I know have ID. Like, that's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with.
Let me give you a quick example, though. From my life experience, right? So I was the head doorman at Cactus downtown in the Loop in Chicago, and we had a policy, as many bars did in the city, because we had a huge lunch crowd. And there would be a line, a block long, half block sometimes. But we checked everybody's ID, and you had to have an ID. It didn't matter if you're 75 or 85 or 25. You had to show your ID to come in the establishment. It was just the rule that we went by. And I'll tell you what, yeah, some people get super pissed off if they didn't bring it with them or something. Sorry, come back and get it. It's just our policy. But I probably carded 100,000 black people during that time, and they all had IDs.
Yeah.
So
the ignorance.
This is just completely. And as these people are telling you right now, they're saying, "Yeah, man, what do you know?"
Do you know any black adult who does not have ID?
No, I don't.
Is it a weird thing to even say that?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
What is this, some type of trick candy cameras?
I know, right?
That's the only thing I brought with me.
Those are legit IDs. I know these sound like silly questions. You know how to get the DMV?
Of course.
You know where it is?
Yes.
You can get there?
Uh-huh.
No problem.
No problem.
Just checking.
Okay.
And I also heard a lot that black people, especially poor black people, have no access to the internet, can't figure out how to use the internet.
That's just stupidity, honestly.
Imagine how that
Everybody
makes
has
him feel, like, about white people. Because that's probably him going, is that really what they think? Like,
He's probably thinking, you stupid crackers.
Well, yeah, but...
Even a little kid can figure out how to work the internet.
Right.
I had access to the internet for years.
You know how to use it properly, right?
Exactly. I do it at work. So, of course, I know how to use it. My kids know how to use it. They all have iPads, iPods, whatever.
Your phone has data?
Mm-hmm.
You can actually
Unlimited.
Unlimited data.
Mm-hmm. I use my phone as a hotspot.
What does that say to you for the people who have this perception of black people?
They're pretty much ignorant. That's
100%. Bingo.
I just think that's ignorant. Ignorant.
Ignorant. That's the word I'm
Very,
hearing
very
a lot.
ignorant.
Right.
Ignorant.
Very, very ignorant.
Perfect
Does it
word
sound
for it.
racist
Yeah.
for
They
somebody
live in a
to say
bubble.
that?
I think it is a little racist
It's
because,
super racist.
you're putting people in a category and you have no idea what you're talking about.
Maybe a little bit of racist in it, but like I said, I think it's more stupidity and ignorance.
You judging somebody, like, but you judging them because they black, saying that they don't got it.
What people are they talking to? Who are these people talking to?
Do you have a problem that if you go to
Well,
vote,
not
and they
you,
say
that's
please
for
see
sure.
your ID to make sure you
They
are
would
who
never
you
say it
you
to
are?
their face.
Are you cool?
Love showing my ID.
You got no problem with that?
Nope.
Would you have a problem if when you go to vote, if they say, could we please just see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are? Do you have an issue with that?
No.
Would you have a problem if there was a rule where you have to show your ID in order to vote?
I don't think so. No.
Would you have an issue if there was a rule saying you got to show your ID before you vote?
Nah.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Runs
There you have
thick
it.
At
I
UC
mean,
Berkeley.
And this is a 9-year-old video, so imagine how much more intense this video would be now.
God.
That's so racist! And it's not like we don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
The left, and you'll see in the future, if we get voter ID laws passed where you have to show ID, and there's not massive mail-ins and electronic, online voting. It's just too easy to cheat, man. It's too easy.
It is.
And taking, months to count up votes. Come on, man. You go in that day, you vote or you don't. If you can't make it in, you can do your shit. But this showing no ID, that's why they love illegal immigration, because they want to turn them all into voters, folks. If you haven't figured that one out yet, that's the master plan. They don't run on anything other than abortion and immigration rights. Now, since they pumped in 15, well, I think up to 30 million on us in that short 4-year window. Thank you, Democrats. Now they have the balls and the audacity to whine about it, that we're rounding them up and doing far less than the great deporter Obama, as we both remember, who deported way more people than Trump has. But you didn't hear anything about that because it doesn't fit their agenda, and the mainstream media is never going to talk about that. What do you think about people having to take an IQ test to vote?
100%, and I think the politicians should have to take a test too.
What do you think about being on living off the government? Should you be able to vote?
No. And if you want to be on welfare, you get to take a monthly test, and it's random.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you have X amount of kids and you're on welfare, you're either getting fixed or snipped. I guess it's the same thing, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Welfare is fair. Shut your legs, because that's why you're getting more money.
You heard it here first, folks.
Oh, hell no.
If we want to get on the abortion thing.
Man, you tripping. So I wanted to ask you some voter ID questions. So off the top of your head, which states don't require voter ID, and what do they all have in common?
So, as of now, 14 states plus Washington, D.C. don't require voters to show a physical ID at the polls.
Hey, chat, what states do not require voter ID?
Some of the states that don't require a strict voter ID are places like California, New York, New Jersey, Oregon, Illinois, and others.
What are the biggest cities in each one of those states have in common politically?
So, broadly speaking, the largest cities in those states tend to lean politically liberal or democratic.
So what you're saying is liberal cities don't want voter ID.
So, chat, in places like California, why aren't voters required to show ID? And why are poll workers discouraged from even asking?
Poll workers aren't encouraged to ask because the law doesn't require it, and consistency prevents confusion or bias at the polls.
And one point to make is most developed countries on planet Earth require voter ID.
They should. I mean, why? What is the big deal?
Well, it's super simple. They want illegal immigrants to be able to vote. Illegal aliens to vote.
Just thought, why doesn't Trump do this? Trump, if you ever hear this, do me a favor and say, listen, we want to keep the illegal immigrants here. We're going to give you the housing. We're going to do this as a Republican, and watch the Dems flip and want them gone.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Help us grow. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We enjoy so much interacting with you guys, whether you agree or disagree. We love it.
The comments are hilarious.
They are. They're epic. I love going rounds. Yeah.
All right, but listen, guys, God loves you, and so do we. Peace.